Why your dog sits on your feet. Science finally explains it. When your dog sits on your feet, what do you think is actually happening? Most owners never give it a second thought. Maybe your dog follows you into the kitchen and drops onto your shoes while you make coffee. Maybe they settle on your feet while you watch television. Maybe every time you stop moving for more than 30 seconds, your dog somehow finds a way to position themselves directly on top of your feet. You probably assume it is affection. Maybe comfort. Maybe habit. But what if that explanation is missing something much bigger? Because according to animal behaviorists and canine researchers, sitting on your feet is not a random choice. It is not just a cute quirk. In fact, it may be one of the clearest windows into how your dog sees you and where they believe they belong in relation to you. And the most surprising part is this. The reason your dog sits on your feet has almost nothing to do with furniture, comfort, or convenience. It has everything to do with something much older, something that existed long before houses, dog beds, and living rooms. Stay with me because the final reason ties everything together. And once you understand it, you may never look at this behavior the same way again. 1. Your dog is creating a living connection. Imagine for a moment that you experience the world primarily through scent. Not sight, not language, not written signs. Scent. That is the reality your dog lives in every day. Researchers estimate that a dog's sense of smell is tens of thousands of times more sensitive than ours. Their brains dedicate enormous resources to processing scent information. To your dog, scent is identity. It is memory. It is information. It is reassurance. And nobody in your dog's life carries a more important scent than you. When your dog sits directly on your feet, they are placing themselves at the strongest possible concentration of your scent. Your shoes, your socks, your clothing, your skin. Every part of that area carries a powerful signature that instantly tells your dog exactly who you are. Most owners assume dogs seek physical contact because they enjoy touch. And they do. But for a dog, contact and scent are deeply connected. Your dog is not merely touching you. They are surrounding themselves with the most important scent in their world. A scent associated with safety. A scent associated with food. A scent associated with comfort. A scent associated with belonging. And that connection becomes even more important when something changes in the environment. A loud noise, a visitor, an unfamiliar situation. Your scent becomes an anchor, a biological reminder that everything is okay. And what researchers discovered about safety is where this gets even more interesting. 2. Your dog sees you as a secure base. Human psychologists use a term called a secure base. It describes the person who makes exploration possible. For a child, that secure base is often apparent. A child explores the world because they know they can return to safety. Without that secure base, exploration becomes stressful. Researchers studying canine attachment found something remarkable. Dogs show many of the same attachment patterns. They explore more confidently when their bonded human is nearby. They recover from stress faster. They display greater curiosity. They take more social risks. Why? Because the presence of their trusted person changes how safe the world feels. Now think about sitting on your feet. From your dog's perspective, your feet are attached to the secure base. They are literally attached to the person their nervous system trusts most. Your dog does not need to search for safety. They are already touching it. The behavior looks simple, but underneath it is a sophisticated biological calculation. The safest place in the room is wherever you happen to be. And if that sounds emotional, wait until you hear what happens inside the dog's body when they stay close to someone they trust. 3. Your presence changes your dog's chemistry. Scientists studying canine stress responses have repeatedly found that close proximity to a bonded human affects a dog's physiology. Heart rate changes. Stress hormones decrease. Relaxation increases. The nervous system shifts. In other words, your dog does not simply feel safer around you. Their body becomes safer around you. Their biology responds to your presence. This process is often called co-regulation. Two social beings influencing each other's emotional state. Most people assume co-regulation only exists between humans, but dogs participate in it too. When your dog sits on your feet, they are positioning themselves directly inside the area where they experience the greatest sense of stability. Think about that for a moment. Out of every location available in your home, your dog repeatedly chooses the place where your presence has the strongest calming effect. That choice is not accidental. It is neurological. It is biological, and it may explain why many dogs instinctively move closer during stressful situations. Thunderstorms, fireworks, visitors, unexpected noises. When uncertainty increases, proximity increases, because proximity feels like protection. But there is another layer most owners never consider. Your dog may also be doing something their ancestors did thousands of years ago. 4. Ancient pack instincts are still alive. Modern dogs may sleep on memory foam beds and eat from stainless steel bowls. But evolution moves slowly. Very slowly. Deep beneath the surface, many ancient social instincts still remain. Wild canines survive through cooperation. Group cohesion matters. Knowing where members of the group are matters. Maintaining physical proximity matters. Separation creates risk. Togetherness creates safety. Even though your dog understands life very differently than a wolf, pieces of that ancient wiring still exist. When your dog places themselves directly on your feet, they may be satisfying a deeply ingrained instinct that says something very simple. Stay close to your group. Stay connected. Stay aware. In a canine social structure, distance can mean vulnerability. Closeness can mean survival. Your dog is not consciously thinking these thoughts. Instinct rarely works that way, but behavior often reveals what evolution has been shaping for thousands of years. And what evolution shaped was a species that became extraordinarily attached to humans, more attached than almost any other animal on Earth. Which brings us to one of the strangest discoveries of all. 5. Your dog may be monitoring your movements. Have you ever noticed that the moment you stand up, your dog stands up too? You walk toward the kitchen, they follow. You head toward the hallway. They appear behind you. You move rooms. They move rooms. It happens so often that many owners stop noticing. But canine researchers have spent years studying how dogs observe human behavior. What they found is astonishing. Dogs are exceptional readers of human movement. They notice patterns most people never realize they are displaying. The shift of body weight before standing. The glance toward a doorway, the movement of a hand, the sound of keys, the rhythm of footsteps. Dogs learn these signals with incredible accuracy, and sitting on your feet gives them a perfect monitoring position. From there, they know immediately when you move. The second your body changes position, they know. The second you begin walking, they know. The second something important happens, they know. Your dog is not spying on you. They are staying connected to the individual who shapes most of their world. Food arrives through you. Walks happen through you. Safety comes through you. Routine comes through you. Their attention naturally follows the source of those things. And for some dogs, there is an even deeper reason they stay close. 6. Anxiety can make the behavior stronger. Not every dog sits on feet for exactly the same reason. Temperament matters. Personality matters. Experience matters. Some dogs are naturally independent. Others are naturally attached. And dogs with anxious tendencies often seek even greater proximity to their trusted person. Behaviorists frequently observe this pattern. When uncertainty increases, closeness increases. The dog seeks reassurance. The dog seeks predictability. The dog seeks connection. Sitting on your feet becomes a way of reducing uncertainty. If they can feel where you are, they do not need to wonder. If they can touch you, they know you have not disappeared. If they remain connected, their environment feels more predictable. This does not necessarily mean something is wrong. It simply means your dog has discovered a strategy that helps them feel secure. However, if a dog suddenly becomes dramatically more clingy than usual, it can be worth paying attention. Major changes in behavior often communicate important information. Stress, environmental changes, pain, illness, a shift in routine. Dogs frequently communicate through behavior long before obvious symptoms appear, which is why sudden changes should never be ignored. But assuming your dog is healthy, there is one final explanation that ties all of this together. And it may be the most meaningful one of all. 7. Your dog is choosing you. At the beginning of this video, we asked a simple question. Why does your dog sit on your feet? Now we can see that the answer is much bigger than most people imagine. It is scent. It is security. It is attachment. It is biology. It is instinct. It is regulation. It is connection. But underneath all of those explanations sits a single truth. Choice. Every day your dog has options. The sofa, the rug, the dog bed, the sunny spot near the window, the cool tile floor, the quiet corner of the room, and yet countless times they choose the exact same place. Your feet, not because they have nowhere else to go, because they want to be where you are. That decision tells you something important about how your dog experiences the world. When they look around their environment and calculate where safety exists, they find you. When they look for comfort, they find you. When they look for reassurance, they find you. When they look for belonging, they find you. Your dog is not sitting on your feet because they need a place to sit. They are sitting there because, in their mind, they have already found the place they trust most. And that realization changes the behavior completely. What looked like a small habit becomes something much bigger. The daily expression of trust. A quiet declaration of attachment. A biological vote cast again and again for the same person. You. The next time your dog settles onto your feet, pause for a moment before you move them. Look down. Notice the choice they just made. Because from your dog's perspective, out of every place in the world they could be, the place that feels most right is the place connected to you. And that might be one of the most powerful compliments your dog will ever give. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments. Does your dog sit on your feet? And if so, when do they do it most often? And subscribe for more science-backed insights into what your dog is really trying to tell you.